What is happening in the market today? We are getting absolutely destroyed, but if you zoom out, it might not actually be a detrimental destroyment. So I don't even know if that makes sense, but we're going to get right into what I'm looking at into the market, what I'm buying, what I'm selling, what I'm keeping on the sidelines, everything related to the stock market today. We're going to go into news, we're going to go into how much I'm down, we're going to go into my own portfolio and analyze it just so I could show you guys here today. Let's get right into it. And most of you guys aren't even subscribed yet to the channel, so what are you guys waiting for? Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you guys can see into my portfolio, see all the holdings that I'm doing and all the stock analysis research that I do on the side here as well. Thank you guys so much. Let's get right into it. So today in the market, we're actually getting pretty destroyed. We are down about 5% in this $175,000 portfolio. We're down about $9,300. Public portfolio here we are actually being driven down slower by AMD and PayPal. And these are the biggest two holdings in this portfolio. Not the biggest, but the biggest down today. Now, AMD, we're down about $5,500 here, while PayPal is down at 1.4K. Now, we also have Crocs, which is also down 900. Now, what happened today? It is insane as to what happened today. And if you look here, we can see that Trump wants to put an extra 100% tariff onto China imports, and he wants to add export controls on critical software. But the main key point of this headline is we want to put, as US, a tariff on China for imports, an extra 100%. Now, that is an immense amount of tariff. So we thought 30% was high. This 100%. Now, this might actually just scare the market like what happened in April. We know what happened in April, right? If you guys were around, the stock market dropped like, I don't know, 10 to 20%. And that was the best time for you to go buy because Trump just went against his word and 2 weeks later, boom, like the tariffs were gone, or if not, they were reduced, and we found some kind of solution to push the markets higher. But what really happened today, you can see that tech megacaps lose $770 billion in value, and this is one of the biggest drops ever that we've seen ever since April this year. So this is going to be a pretty nasty drop, not the worst that we've ever seen, but just the worst in recent history, meaning this year really. So what am I doing with my portfolio here? Let me just show you guys. Now, AMD, this one remains a hold for me. I'm already up 89% on this company. It doesn't make sense for me to sell this company as I've already owned it for so long, and so long meaning April of this year. But AMD is a position that I just want to hold because I know that one day AMD should be worth way more than it is today. If it is in a duopoly with Nvidia and it is worth 1/12 of Nvidia today, then there is a gap that needs to be filled. There is a place for Nvidia in this world, a place for Nvidia to also work with AMD to get AMD to a higher valuation, given that AMD's growing like crazy in data center. I can't stress it enough. They are growing insane in data center. So hold for me, AMD. Crocs, this one, you can actually see this 5% drop here is pretty warranted because half of Crocs's revenue comes straight from Asia. Now, when you got a company that has 50% of the revenues coming from Asia, you'd be pretty worried about a 100% tariff overseas. Now, this one actually does worry me in the short term here because nobody likes tariffs. If this tariff thing blows out and we are okay, then you could see Crocs do well. But just given that 50% of their revenues come from Asia, it doesn't look too good in the short term for Crocs. I know that this one, they are generating free cash flows hand over fist, and I know the Hey Dude acquisition didn't do so well. This is a company that I think could potentially turn around their business if you don't have tariffs pushing them down. But even with tariffs, I think they should be okay. Not a 100% tariff, of course, because that is going to detrimentally hurt the business. I don't know. This one, the more I look into it, it seems like a value play, but I do have a stop loss of 20% that if it does hit 20%, I'm going to consider selling out, or if not, reducing my position here and putting it into bigger names like Amazon, which I will jump to next. So Amazon here is actually down about 5% today, about $216. I'm in recently of $220. Now, this is a company that I want to own for the future, for the rest of my life, even. This is a company that if you were to buy on a discount to its earnings, regardless of wherever it was in the past, if you buy it in a discount to where it always trades at, you likely always do well. The stock price always goes up. Amazon always trades at a premium. I actually have Amazon pulled up here. Amazon is trading at a price to earnings ratio on a forward basis of 31. And if you look at where that is over the course of its lifetime, the price to earnings ratio just doesn't really move so much. We can see that in the past year, its PE has been trading anywhere around the 30s, and that's been pretty normal. But in the past, it's been trading like very high 60s, 50s, 40s, high 40s. And during the 2023 craze, this was 240 PE, which is an insane amount of valuation drop. But I don't think you can fully just look at net income. You kind of have to look at free cash flows. They're throwing everything into capital expenditure that's just going to reduce free cash flows. But the one thing that you want to look at is operating cash flow, because that is what is actually getting generated in terms of cash for the business. Now, operating cash flow, price to operating cash flow, this is about 18. But I have actually set limit orders for Amazon to buy at $208, which is a nice number for me because I like the number 8. So I'm going to put it at 208, which is actually, I believe, just a 3% drop from here, which isn't too bad. I think next week we could see a 3% drop. So I put a order of 30 shares at 208. And then if it drops to 200, I put another 40 shares for a limit buy. This is a company that I do want to buy. I want to bring this into a $20,000+ position. So I will keep buying Amazon if the price is where it's at, if not even lower. And if it goes below 200, I think it is a no-brainer for me to just load up the boat because I want to own Amazon for the future. Let's get into Google. Google, I'm pretty deep into Google. I'm up about 46%, and this is trading at about $236. This was a company that you could have bought in the past couple of months and made out like a bandit. Now, I think Google isn't bad, but if I were to consider adding to Google today, you're getting a company at a 25 PE that is trading with 13% revenue increases. I would rather look at a company like Meta, where they are also trading at the same exact price to earnings ratio on a trailing 12 months as well as a forward basis of 25. And they are growing at 19% per year in terms of revenue growth. So today, if I had to make a decision of putting more money into big tech, I would consider Meta over Google. I can't say it hard enough. If you guys watch my videos, I love Meta, and I do actually really want to buy Meta. That if it does drop to $700, I would be very interested in buying Meta. So I really want to split my efforts here between Amazon and Meta. And next is PayPal. PayPal, we're still up 14% on the year. On the holding, actually. We've been holding this for maybe 2 years now. It's been kind of actually underperforming for us, but we're down about 1.4K. And this is a company that I believe Alex Chris can come into, change the business. And I really do intend for PayPal advertising to actually kick off. I want PayPal advertising to be the high margin business that they can go after, where they are targeting their ads for people that want to get discounts on things, for merchants to connect people to shops as well, and just go out and buy those things. You have a lot of ads that are trash out there, but if PayPal knows exactly what you're spending on, PayPal, Venmo, all of these transactional that they have, then they could recommend you to go to a specific merchant for a discount, or they can get the merchant to give you targeted ads as a consumer. And that is going to convert more sales because they are more likely to have that conversion. It's a more likely lead that they're going to close on. I really want to see where PayPal can bring this in the future. And I really think Alex Chris is super smart, this new CEO of the company in the past couple of years. So I really want to see where this goes, and I am going to hold PayPal for now. And of course, we got this little Bitcoin position here. It's a little measly Bitcoin position that we're up 100% on. It's not too big of our portfolio. It's maybe about $7,000, but this is a hold for me. I'd rather be a part of it than not be a part of it. So I'm going to own Bitcoin, and that's my $175,000 portfolio. That's everything that I'm doing. That's everything that I think is going to happen in the future of the entire stock market here. We know that these tariff scares are pretty good opportunities to buy. If anything, that historicals have showed us, buying on tariff scares are actually pretty good. So I want to keep buying. I want to make sure that if the market does give me attractive buying opportunities, I'm going to take advantage of that. I'm not going to sit on the sidelines with cash, because I have a pretty good cash position right now of $30,000. I want to deploy this into high quality companies that are going to get me that 10 to 15% return every single year. That's everything that I'm doing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys made it to this point in the video, please consider subscribing to the channel. We are growing so fast, and if you guys like this kind of content, make sure that you drop down below that you guys love it. What stocks are you buying right now? Put me on the radar of some stocks that you guys are buying. Let me know. Thank you guys so much, and peace out.